My journey started right out of college. Went to a high school, became a special ed teacher's aide. My first job was to be the JV football coach and assistant football coach after being interviewed on the beach as a lifeguard. And it was something I didn't think I was going to get into. JV softball is where I started. My ultimate goal once I started JV softball was to become a varsity softball coach, which I did. Then I became an assistant D2 coach, a head D2 coach, assistant Division I coach here at Hawaii, and then I eventually got the job. Well, Rayla was one of those people that was very outgoing. She was a coach, basketball, coached lacrosse for the first time, was a very intelligent woman from Texas. Finished college in 3 years, became a coach, became a teacher professor at Wesleyan, but she was playing for the Connecticut Falcons, a fast pitch team at that time, professional team in Connecticut, and that's what brought her to Connecticut. I graduated in 1980, she left in 1980. I went to my first national softball convention in 1986 in San Diego, California. Never been to California in my life. It was in conjunction with baseball. So when I walked through the doors and was signing up, in comes Rayla Allison. She looked right at me and said, "Bobby Coolen, is that you? Are you here for baseball?" I said, "Yeah, that's me, and I'm not here for baseball. I'm a softball coach at a Division II college." And I remember 1989 going to dinner with her after she had gotten the job here in Hawaii. Went out with her and her mom and her two assistants and just told her she was the luckiest person in the world. Great job in Hawaii, warm weather. And she said, "Oh, unfortunately, I brought my two assistants from Texas." Never thought about it. That was in November. December 7th, 1989, I get a phone call from Hawaii asking me if I wanted to come to Hawaii to be a first assistant. I told her I wanted to get at the Division I level, tried for years, got denied 25 times, and never thought I'd get there. Had gotten my master's at BU, and then I came here, and the rest is history. Well, my coaching style has changed because I came in here as a very uptight East Coast, need to get the job done yesterday person. I learned that style wasn't going to really go over big because it really frustrated a lot of the laid-back, easygoing, get it done a year from now type of personalities I was dealing with. And that was also my softball players. They weren't used to the whistle at a softball practice to get going. And that's what I brought with me as an assistant coach for 2 years. I was in charge of the indoor and outdoor practices, and Rayla basically, we talked about them, but she let me configure them. And we talked about what we needed to do and how we were going to do it. But she let me, pretty much since I was a head coach already, let me have a lot of reins while she dabbled in other things. So I became, with John Nakamura, a very more laid back, lesser driven in regards to getting things done immediately. I needed to make sure I had a year in advance when I needed something to get done. I put that request in. John brought me all over, alias Knox, we call them, brought me all over the island, introduced me to a lot of key players, and eventually what would get me the head coaching job. So I sort of took a step back and mellowed myself a little bit, even though the burning desire inside is to get everything done quickly. Brooke Wilkins came into this program after being recruited by UCLA and us. Her number one goal when she walked into my office was to beat UCLA. We went to Las Vegas and beat them 1-0 on an error. I can still see the error happening. I can still see the run scoring. And it was just a bunt play, score the runner at third, surprise, sneak play, error at first base, boom, 1-0. Brooke shut him down. That was our first real key recruit here. I've had a great connection with Australia. We've had a lot of Olympians come out of there and play for us. Those are memories, fond memories. But also some of the local players that have come through. Kate Robinson, Tylene Tausunga, currently Keiki Carlos, Uluma Tangiese. Those kids are the endearment of the program, and that's what's so special about this place. It means that I've had a lot of good players along the way to get a lot of wins, a lot of games that you're looking at W's and L's, when you come in as a head coach, you have to look at W's and L's, even though you're looking at academic success rate, you're looking at graduation rate, you're looking at all that stuff. So the 1,000 wins really reflect upon the quality athletes we've had here and at Bentley. So I never pitched the ball, never fielded a ball, never hit a ball. So 1,000 is all them.